We're at TV Line's Comic-Con suite with the cast of The Exorcist and the producers. For the original cast, I'm curious, were you sort of on pins and needles wondering about the fate of the show? Because I understand it was a very last-minute decision that it was coming back.
Everything at Fox is done sort of right up to the wire. I mean, there were shows that, you know, sort of got cancelled when we were getting picked up. And you all have to wait for that kind of slot in May where they've watched their pilots and then they go, right, these are the pilots we're picking up and these are the shows that are coming back.
Did you guys know when you signed on that if there was a season 2, it would be as radically different as it appears this season 2 is going to be? Like new cast, you know, a lot of new cast.
Well, actually, there's going to be a completely new story, right, which is going to be Brian is going to be there, John is going to be there, and we're very excited. And I think it's going to be refreshing. It's going to be more rural instead of urban as the first season. It's going to be great.
What can the producers say about the new storyline, the new conceit of this season?
We wanted to introduce a brand new family. We kind of closed the book on the Rance family last year, and so it was important to have a family that felt very different, and part of that was a different makeup where you have a loving foster parent and 5 or 6 troubled kids in his home, and you're not necessarily sure which one is the demon's target at the beginning of the season. But also changing the location, getting out of those cities, putting them on an island in off the coast of Seattle, and kind of taking advantage of some of that creepy cabin in the woods material that we couldn't really play with last year.
It allows us to do different types of pacing and different types of horror this year as well. And we have 3 different interweaving stories to start the season that they'll all crash into each other at different points in the season.
Tell me more about the different horror.
The different horror. So, you know, we have the classic atmospheric slow horror of The Exorcist and the psychological horror and the body horror. But as you said, we have the cabin in the woods and the nature, you know, that nature abhors evil type of horror, that nature reacts. So we're going to get to play with that a lot this season. And then we also get to play with in the Father Bennett story, we get to play with the big Vatican conspiracy, you know, big mythology. The big thing we're introducing this year is the Office of the Exorcist, which is an actual, you know, thing at the Vatican, and how that deals and the mystery of what's happening to other exorcists around the world we'll see through the Father Bennett story.
Did you watch season 1, John? Did you?
I didn't watch it on the television. I watched it on the online afterwards. I went on the online.
The tubes, you plug in the tube and
yeah. So I had to catch up, but yeah, I was really delighted by what I saw, particularly the actors and the relationships were, especially for a first season, I felt like it was really developed and clear.
And is part of the appeal, you know, just you're signing on for like 1 year of a TV show versus like 8 years like the rest of the cast here, but you get to sort of come in and do this story arc and then move on to a different project.
Yeah, I'm the mistress, and mistresses always have more fun, man.
If the show goes on for 5 or 6 seasons, this will be how it is every season, different story, new cast.
Like half the story will be new. You know, we'll have our main characters continuing with the show, and then the new family story, whatever that family is. You know, this season it's a father taking care of his foster family, and next season, who knows?
Any appearances from the season 1 family? Gina Davis popping in or something for a little cameo?
Possibly. We're looking at everyone's schedule, and we're trying to figure out something that would be fun for the fans. But yeah, stay tuned. We're working on it.
But makes sense within the new story structure as well, without taking away from the current narrative.
Without sticking a demon back inside one of them, because that poor family has been through enough.
Yeah.